I think it's pretty unique in as much that, I mean, if we take the phrenology collection, for example, we probably have one of the largest collections of phrenology casts in existence, and certainly in days gone by that was a fact. But some have disappeared, some have been broken, and what we're left with is probably the best part of 250 casts. So in that respect, it's a pretty unique collection. But the museum itself's unusual, and it's a mixture of things. I mean, if you go to other anatomical museums, you will see lots of anatomical specimens in jars, but if you come around this museum, you'll see a lot of animal skulls, and that, as I said, dates back to the time of William Turner, who had an interest in comparative anatomy. But we've also got what people would expect to see in an anatomical museum, so the anatomy specimens. And of course, being Edinburgh, we have the story of Burke and Hare, and so we've got Burke's skeleton hanging here. So that makes it absolutely unique. Well, it's still used to this day. I mean, if you have a look around the space just now, you'll see there are students up here using the space as a study space. And so they're using this space to work in. We have a library up here, but we have anatomical models, which they have free access to, and they invariably relate to some of the wet specimens in jars. So they can look at a model, look at a specimen in a jar. They have access to a lot of the material up here. There's a lot of bone material which they can have access to. So it's used extensively to this, even today, despite the fact it's a historical collection. A lot of it is still used. And if you look in the wall behind you, you'll see some sections through the body. And this relates very much to sectional anatomy and CT scans imaging, the sort of thing that you have routinely done in hospital. Well, you can look at these sections here and learn from those.
This production is brought to you by the University of Edinburgh.